Like, oh, we're going. Okay.
Oh yeah, we're going. Yeah, we're going.
We're going.
Okay.
All right, we're going.
All right. Cool. What are we talking about?
So we played golf this weekend.
Played would be we attempted, or I attempted.
I mean, I attempted as well. It was pretty bad. I couldn't get the ball over.
Oh, no spoilers. No spoilers. No
10
spoilers.
feet out of the air.
Our first one in what, 2 months?
So that was our first time playing together since December 1st.
It was not good.
Yeah.
It was a sad scene.
It was.
It's a sad.
Hey, that's normal. We coming out of winter.
I have no one to blame but myself. I could have been like hitting in the simulator.
It's
I could have been going out. But no.
I know you do. You have a simulator at your apartment complex.
Yeah,
I mean,
and there's a Top Golf in Greensboro now.
yeah, but
the Top Golf's different. The clubs are different. The ball is different.
You can take your own clubs.
You can't get good practice in.
It's not the same.
Yeah. But hey, you know what? We went out there. We shot a video. We attempted to play golf.
Yeah.
We got it around. We got the ball in the hole at the end of the day. Doesn't mean that we did not many strokes, but we did get out there.
We got out there.
We did our job.
It was the first one. It was the first one in 2025. Yeah. I mean, it was exciting to be out there. I didn't lose a ball all day. Then you'll see why whenever you watch the video. But
I may or may not have lost the ball.
Didn't lose one ball.
I may or may not have. Actually, I may or may not have lost the ball.
Huh? I mean, I don't want to spoil things, but you did go OB like.
That doesn't mean I couldn't find my ball.
That's true. No, you lost.
I'm just saying on like hole 9.
I lost the ball on 9. Okay, I lost the ball on 9.
That
was the only one that I lost the ball on. Okay,
I literally didn't even zoom in.
Okay, that was the only hole I lost the ball on. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was wasn't the greatest.
Wasn't the great. Hey, the sweeper may or may not be on eBay. It may or may not be on eBay.
Last episode, this guy's like, going to the sweeper. It's the best thing in the world. One round and he's out of it.
So you've heard of the chipmunk, right? I told you about the chipmunk.
About the chipmunk.
You know, told you how great the chipping was going. Signed up for his Patreon today.
Oh my gosh!
What is that?
Patreon?
No, I know what Patreon is. What's the chipmunk thing?
It's a guy.
It's his name's Joe Mayo. He was like Victor Hovland's chipping instructor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, signed up.
You might need to sign up for lessons from him.
No, I think he put out like a email or something the other day of like that he would give one person like his tour level coaching in the sense of like he'll give that much time to them,
right,
but he'll only allow one person. But they still had to pay and do all that stuff. And I'm like, he's like, you have to be like have the time and the finances. And I'm like, I bet he's like $1,000 an hour
minimum.
I mean, if you've coached pros, I mean,
probably $1,000 an hour.
Speaking of guys who are pro and teach people, have you seen the guy Beef, the big guy on social media?
I've seen Beef.
Well, he got hired by Barstool. Okay. They bring him on and they released the first video. They're like, first video with Beef. Now, if you ain't seen Beef, we'll put up the image of him. He is massive. I mean, massive. And he's a golf pro. Now, I say golf pro because...
He's a teaching pro. He's a teaching pro.
Okay, teaching pro. Because I watched him play. I don't know if you saw him play. If you watched the video.
I saw his first swing.
Okay, well, you need to keep watching because he ain't that good. He is not that good. He was missing putts, chipping over the green, doing all kinds of things. I'm just like, why would I want to learn from this guy?
Okay,
his nickname is Beef?
Yeah, Beef.
Andrew Beef Johnson?
I don't know.
No, that's the original Beef.
Okay.
That's the original Beef.
Just look up Barstool or Foreplay Golf, and you'll see Beef.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, he played with no glove.
Okay, couple things.
All right, go ahead.
Just because like teaching pros, they don't get to play a lot.
Okay, here we go.
So that doesn't mean that they're not good at golf. Because I used to think the same way. But teaching pros, just because they aren't very good at playing all the time, doesn't mean they're not good teachers.
Okay, so I could be a teaching pro.
If you had any sort of knowledge of the game of golf, yeah, but you don't have any knowledge of the game of golf.
Well, knowledge is easy. I can just learn.
But that doesn't mean it's going to work. Like Beef could have some good players. You don't know.
I can probably tell someone how to do it. I just can't show them how to do it.
Well,
This dude's massive. Like, this guy's teaches golf?
Yeah.
he teaches golf.
Now, he striped his first iron.
He did stripe his first. Okay. One.
But he did, I don't know how far it went. I can't remember.
Okay. It doesn't matter. I mean, I can't have a serious discussion about this.
Why not?
Without, like, I just feel like I'm just going to be mean. I don't want to be mean, you know, like.
Hey, he's Beef. He knows he's big.
That's true.
He's got hired by
massive.
Barstool because of how big he is,
Okay,
not because he can play some golf.
The man, like, with that body type, it's just going to be hard to swing the golf club.
That's what I'm saying. How do you teach somebody golf when you can barely get the club around?
On it, like
I think that's why he doesn't do a driver,
yeah. Oh heck yeah, he couldn't
because he can't get around
turn
enough to get it going.
Yeah, he couldn't turn.
Now he may hit a driver, but all the ones I saw, he hit irons.
Yeah, he couldn't turn.
I didn't finish the video though, so
Yeah, and he has to come over it. There's no like, because he can't turn. He cannot turn. He's got to come. Everything has to be with his hands. So honestly,
it's pretty impressive. That
he can hit a golf ball pretty good, like relatively good.
Right.
I mean, looking at the Barstool guys, like it's not like they have great games, anyways.
Good.
So,
No.
gosh, I can't. Do you watch him for his tips?
Who?
I go to the Chipmunk. You go to Beef.
I do not go to Beef. He does analyze people's swings though. He'll watch somebody and analyze their swing.
Oh, hey, good for him. Good for him. He's making it.
Colin's in disbelief right now.
I'm watching this video, and this dude's like literally standing in line with these foreplay guys, and it's like he's like two of one of them. That's how big he is.
There's a picture, you'll have to find it and show it, of him standing next to Fat Perez, and he makes Fat Perez look small.
Is Beef tall?
Yeah, he
looked pretty
he's
tall.
tall. Massive guy.
Because FP's pretty short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he made FP look like a little kid. It was crazy. Are we gonna? I was gonna say, are we gonna talk about TGL at all? But has it been going? I haven't even.
No, there's been
this week, right?
They've been on a break.
wait there was one since our last pod, but I think
Not worth talking about.
not worth talking about.
I did see though, I did see where the simulator like messed up on one of the shots.
Yeah, I
And,
saw
like,
that
old
too.
boy hit the shot, and then like it just like
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Did you see that?
it's the technology they got. They'll get that figured out that for next year.
Still, but it's for competition.
There, there is when this pod drops, I think, which may or may not be Monday or Tuesday. There's 1, 4, and 7 there's 3 matches on Monday and then 1 on Tuesday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that because they got to get them in before tournaments and stuff?
Yeah, I think they're trying to get them all in by March, like sometime in March.
Gotcha.
So, I don't know. I'm not.
All right, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's transition to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So on the last pod, I was predicting the Chiefs were going to win it, and they got
hammered. Hammered.
It was boring. I was shocked at like how like it was just
It
it was what 24-0 at halftime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't even care at that point. It was like,
okay. It was a little weird for me having to pulling for the Eagles, being a Cowboys fan.
okay.
Okay, it was very, very odd.
Why, a successful team or
No, they're in the same. They're in the same division. Like the Commandos and the Eagles. I don't want, or the Giants. I don't really want to do well. But I really didn't want the Chiefs to do good.
Hold up.
What?
We didn't. No, you're not the boys. Y'all suck.
No, we're not.
Did he not get the reference?
I don't know if he didn't get it.
No,
You're a Cowboys fan and you don't get that reference.
Well, it's because it's how about
Hold up. We them boys.
yeah, but that means
Are you a Cowboys fan?
yeah.
How do you not know that if you're being a Cowboys?
Well, quick trivia question: when was the last Super Bowl win?
1995. Gosh, that sounded so bleak.
Can we
when
get
I
a
said
fact
that.
check? Can we get community
It was
notes
95.
on this?
Yeah, it's 95.
Can we get community notes on this?
Or yeah, no, 94, because they won in 92,
95,
95. Okay, so they won 92, 94, 95.
92, 93, 95.
Oh, 92, 93.
And
No,
haven't been relevant since.
they have not. I came into the world and they went to a non-relevant team. They were
Anyways,
dynasty.
We're not
Yeah,
here to talk about the Cowboys.
Okay,
We're
okay.
here to talk about.
Sorry. Sore subject. Okay, so watching the game, I was definitely pulling for the Eagles. Then, of course, there's that pass interference play at the first drive that the Eagles had it, and you're like, oh, it's rigged. Oh, it's totally rigged. Like, definitely wasn't a pass interference. It's definitely like, of course, the Chiefs are going to win. Then you're watching the whole game, and this is I don't think football, the NFL's rigged.
Okay.
But the conspiracy theorists, the tinfoil hat people, like yourself, and maybe my wife, the reason that what their excuse is like, oh, the NFL was like, oh, we're getting found out, so we got to lean the whole opposite way. And that's why the Eagles got absolutely hammered.
So next
the
year,
Chiefs.
the Chiefs are going to come back and win it next year.
I mean, no, the Chiefs are done.
Is Travis Kelce retiring? Does he need to retire?
He needs to retire. He's slow.
I think he's done.
He's really slow. They need to move on. But I mean, would you? I wouldn't retire if it were me.
Well, not if they're going to pay you and let you play. No.
No, it wouldn't be about. He's made the money. He's going to make more money. He's going to make more money after the fact than.
Yeah, but if you like playing and you like, it's your life. It's what you like to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't go out.
Tom Brady kept coming back.
And he did.
Now sacrifice his marriage for it, which is kind of wild.
I was about to say, is he willing to sacrifice Taylor? Is he willing to? Okay. You see how she got booed?
Yeah, she got mercilessly booed.
But it was because there was a bunch of Eagles fans there. People were trying to make it political, like because Trump got a resounding.
Yeah, I was gonna say Trump got cheered.
Resounding.
Isn't it crazy? Everywhere Trump goes, he gets cheers.
He does,
but yet the media will try to make you think like
everybody hates him.
He's Hitler, yeah.
Yeah,
but the dude gets like cheered everywhere he goes.
Well, he is going to.
Yeah, you're going to like places where he's popular.
The Super Bowl,
like
that's mixed population.
Yeah, but the people the people
they're all conservative. Anybody going to the Super Bowl?
The people who are at the people who are at the Super, like football fans in
liberals
general,
aren't there.
Football fans, I would say.
Will's saying that if you're a football fan, you're not a liberal.
I would say more football fans are probably leaning more conservative than they are liberal. Just throwing it out there. Maybe I'm wrong. But
yeah, we could take a poll.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Let's take a poll. Let's see. Let's see.
How many liberals like football?
How many liberals watch this channel?
Yeah.
I'm not going to comment any further. Anyways, back to the actual gameplay.
Okay. It was like the commercial sucked. The The national anthem wasn't very good. The game was horrendous. Yet I got so much satisfaction because I was like, I have to watch the whole game because I have to make sure the Chiefs lose. Like,
I think around the third quarter,
It was like 34-6 at one
I
point.
know, but I still was like, oh, well, I mean, I could convince myself like, oh, they could come back. They could do it.
I guess after 28-3, everybody's like, oh, it could
Yeah,
happen.
exactly. They went down 24-0 at half. You're like, oh, well, I mean,
That was different. That's the GOAT.
And I guess we can set us. We can stop saying Mahomes is close to being the GOAT.
oh, it's not. Oh, he will never reach now.
Yeah,
He's
well, that conversation can end for a while.
he's forever. It can end forever.
He's
he
still got a good career ahead of him.
He's got a great career, but Tom Brady never got just absolutely spanked in a Super Bowl.
And they did come back from what was it, like 28-3.
28-3.
That was the greatest Super Bowl
Yeah.
comeback.
I was in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, watching it with my grandparents.
Wow,
And my grandfather said they're going to come back and win.
they did.
And they
I
did.
wasn't entirely sure why he was in the GOAT conversation, considering this would be, his third. Tom Scott.
It would have been his fourth. It would have been his fourth.
Is it his fourth?
Yeah, but now he only has 3. Pat this was for Pat's fourth.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. But still, 4-7.
I know. Yeah. Exactly.
Still not
4
there.
and he did it with, and Tom did it with 2 different teams. Like,
What about the halftime show? Where are you
garbage.
at on that?
Garbage.
People are split on that one.
Did you know any of the songs?
Like maybe 2.
Okay.
Maybe 2.
Here's my take on it. If you know a lot of the songs, it was okay. If you don't know any songs, I can see how people, because I saw the same, like it was like, oh, that was a great halftime, or that was the worst halftime show I've ever seen.
Well,
It's like 2 different sides. I don't know if I've seen anybody in the middle.
I think with with my voice and me being a country white boy, like I know what I have to say here means absolutely nothing.
Okay.
But
That's a hot take.
I think him rapping in that scenario, I feel like to like a TV audience, I feel like it was hard to, like, the mixing was just really, like, the audio mixing, it was hard to understand, like, what he was saying.
Yeah,
like,
he wasn't
what
playing
he was
stadium
rapping.
songs.
Well, he wasn't catering to people who don't know any of his songs.
No, true, which is fine. It was just, I felt like the way that it came through on the TV, even if I was like, oh, let me see if I like, because I was like, oh, let me see if I actually like this. I could not understand him.
Okay.
Even like the Black Panther song that they played, I couldn't quite understand him. So, but Samuel L. was pretty cool.
A lot of subliminal messaging in there.
Yeah, everyone said
For
all
like-
about the imagery.
Yeah, if you're casual and you don't know much about Kendrick and stuff, you basically missed out on a lot. There was a lot of like different.
Okay.
Did you see Serena Williams in there?
Yes, I
Do you
did.
know why she was in there?
Nope.
A lot of it centered
she-
around Drake.
Because they're both from Compton.
She dated Drake back in the day, so it was a shot at Drake because he mentions Drake in his song
Yeah.
because they had beef.
Yeah.
Kendrick and Drake had beef.
Yeah. I know that.
So then he had a song where he directly was going at Drake. And and he rapped it.
Yeah.
Well, then they panned to her, and that was like an extra little diss
Gotcha.
to Drake.
Gotcha.
Yeah, a lot of imagery.
Yeah, I think it was like Squid Games style at the beginning. I think a lot of people were saying that, like it was like Squid Games. But I knew some of the songs, so
Do you like any of the commercials? I thought the commercials weren't very good.
honestly, I didn't get to see a lot of the commercials. We were doing a bunch of stuff, but the
Can you
commercials.
clarify that? You were at a party.
I was at a Super Bowl party.
Yeah,
we were
and you were
playing
talking.
basketball.
Okay, thank you.
We were playing basketball outside.
Y'all didn't watch it?
No, we had it on like over on the side TV where we could still see it, but like we would hear like a big play and we'd look over and see what happened. But a lot of times we were playing basketball. And then I left at halftime, and then when I got home, I was like, I put it on, but I wasn't really paying attention because it was boring.
Gotcha. Well,
Wow.
it was.
But like the commercials have kind of gone downhill, I've heard.
Yeah, they're not. Well, it's because they release them all before, so you've kind of seen like there was a funny Michelob Ultra one with pickleball with William Dafoe and the Home Alone mom. That was I found pretty funny.
Okay.
Harrison Ford was in a good Jeep commercial,
Right.
but other than that, it kind of stunk.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. I mean, we've had a lot of good Super Bowls in our lifetime, so I can't complain.
Not the best Super Bowl.
Not the best, but there's been the last two have been.
You know what I must
pretty
have upset about? I think that if the Bills would have been in that Super Bowl, it would have been a game.
I think the Bills or the Ravens, it would have been a game.
It would have been a game, but no, we got what we got.
Got what we got. I think the Eagles still would have won, though.
I don't know.
We'll never know.
Well, we will never know. Speaking of depressing things, things that are just meh, the Tar Heels.
Let's get into
It's been a rough season.
Understatement.
It's been tough to be a Tar Heel.
I've not watched a game since the Duke. Duke game.
Wow.
I told Will that Kayla asked me at golf the other day. She said, "Is the season over?" Because like we haven't been watching. Like Will hasn't been watching any games. I was like, Will hasn't watched. So Kayla just thought the season was over.
You haven't been watching.
She hasn't been watching.
Well, let's first take a timeout. All right. The season lasts all the way up to the ACC tournament, and then from the ACC tournament, it goes into March Madness.
Yeah, for us, it's going to end like at the end of February.
Now, is the season over? Pretty much. You could have just said, "Yeah, the season's over." Because
technically,
it pretty
yes,
much is over.
For us, yes.
After that Duke game, I was like, "Why am I going to waste my time? Like this is so embarrassing. Like so embarrassing. Like they're so bad." And I swear, if Theo Pinson and freaking Raymond Felton, I love those guys, but if they give some garbage reason that they like, to casuals, like they think they know what they're talking about.
It's been quiet.
I know.
I don't know if they released anything.
They realize
keep losing.
Yeah, it's
because they
quiet
realize
for
we
them.
suck.
Yeah, it's this last game was like it was what is happening. What happened to Carolina basketball?
That is a true.
And I mean, a lot of people are saying, especially someone behind the camera over there, that it's Hubert Davis.
It's time for him to go.
It's time.
Golly.
It's time for him to go, ladies and gentlemen. Right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna play. Okay. You don't think he at least deserves one more? Now
we're already behind.
Okay, but the question is,
Okay.
Are you not giving him another chance because this is the second time they've been absolute garbage since he's been coach? Because they had the Final Four run,
which we were garbage for 3/4 of that season.
True, and could have better coaching won the national championship because they were up 19. And then obviously they went.
Was
to
it 19?
I think it's 15.
15.
We were at 40-25.
I thought it was 19 at one point.
It was 15.
No, because it was the biggest comeback of all time.
And the championship game, yes.
It was 15.
I could have swore it was 19. Oh, well. It was
Fact
too
check.
many freaking
Community notes this.
Too many points to not win the game. But, okay, then you get all those guys that come back, and then you lay an egg, don't even make the tournament.
That was pretty bad.
First time a preseason number one has not made the tournament.
Yep, don't make a tournament.
Number one.
And then, freaking after that, they go to the Elite Eight last year.
Sweet 16. It was a good
They went to the Elite Eight, right?
No. We
Oh,
lost
gosh. So even worse.
Yeah. We lost to Bama in the Sweet 16.
Right, I remember that. Okay, so and then of course Theo Pinson and them were like, "Oh, if we would have beat Alabama, I mean, we were coming."
I mean, nobody would beat UConn last year, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Okay, and then you have this year. So You don't want to see if he can, go 3 for 2 or 3 for 5 instead of 2 for 2?
For me, like,
or 2 for whatever.
That's setting the bar too low. Like, we're Carolina basketball. Our expectation level should not be, let's hope we make the tournament and maybe get a 6 seed. Like, why is it that we have to settle for that? And Duke and Kentucky and Kansas are all just doing pretty fine in the NIL era. I mean, Mark Pope went to Kentucky first year and just killing it.
Yep.
In the top 10, doing just fine. Kansas is doing fine. Duke's really got a really good team this year. And we just have to settle for scraps.
I think how we finish out this season is going to say a lot. Because if we finish out somewhat good and do decent in the ACC tournament, they'll keep him for another year. But if it keeps going where we getting blown up by 20, well, I mean, Clemson was up like 30 on us.
Yeah.
30 on us?
From the jump, it was pretty much like they put it on us and we had no answer.
It was it's trash basketball.
How many games are left?
5 or 6 in the regular season. Though this next stretch is like all against teams that are like lower half of the ACC. So like, say we win like 5 out of 6 and lose to Duke, everyone would be like, oh well, we did a good job in the season. It's like, well, yeah, we're playing crappy. Like, the ACC sucks. Like, the fact that Clemson is the second best team in the conference and they just got ranked says all you need to know about the ACC.
Okay, hold on. What I have to talk about the ACC. It does really yuck my yum to see freaking the Southern, like the SEC being the best freaking basketball conference. It just pisses me off, honestly.
It yucks my yum.
Well, guess what? Guess what caused that? Money.
It's freaking. I know, but to see Florida up there again without like Billy Donovan, I don't even. And we should have beat Florida. I don't even think Florida's good. Then Alabama is. And Auburn?
How did Alabama go from being the football school to the basketball school?
They're still a football school, but
they're not. They weren't.
They have a good coach.
Oh gosh, but
to circle it back around.
All right, so Will,
it's just nauseating.
Will, do you get rid of Hubert Davis?
No.
Okay.
You know why?
Yes.
You know why? Who the heck are they going to get? Who?
Oh,
you can call Wes up.
You go out. You
go outside
throw
the family.
Yeah, you throw it out to whoever. You throw it out to the biggest names possible.
Yes.
Who? Jay Wright.
Oh, he ain't coming back.
I
thought
for Carolina.
He ain't coming back.
For the Carolina job, it'll be the most desired job.
Yes.
If it was vacant, the most desired job.
Even with our recent not success, like the basketball job at Carolina is one of the top 5 jobs. So you'll have everybody interested. So you go to Jay Wright, you go to Brad Stevens. Even like Billy Donovan, and you make them tell you no. Like you ask them.
We got Bill Belichick for football. You don't think we're gonna go for whoever?
And then you just start going down the list of coaches who are successful right now in college basketball. Like, I don't care if it's within the family or not. Like Nate Oates at Alabama, really good coach. Iowa State coach, really good coach. Like, those guys are proven have had success in the NIL era. Like, I'm tired of keeping it in the family when it's not succeeding now.
Look, I love Hubert. Love what he stands for.
Are you on the train? Are you on the train now?
But y'all are starting to just talking to right here. I'm starting to be like, Hubert's time to go.
Okay,
it is a different era. It's a different style. Like, if you can't get the job done at Carolina, then I don't know what to tell you, because we are the elite of the elite. All right. And I miss the old days where
we won?
Yeah, I mean, but even think back to like the Dean days. Dean had the sucky guys out there doing what they need to do. Like,
different era, but yes.
They would come in, they wouldn't turn their ball over, they'd do their pass, they screen, they do exactly what they needed to do. Dude, Dean had the sucky guys doing that.
No, you're talking
Hubert
about
can't have our best guys doing anything.
One of the greatest coaches of all time compared to Hubert.
Right, and that's what we're going back to. We have a standard to meet, and he's not meeting that standard. Hey, and that's okay. You just if you can't meet the standard, no hard feelings, but we got to get somebody who can.
Yes.
So I think I'm slowly.
You on the train?
I'm halfway on the train of Hubert's got to go.
I think they still give him another year.
I mean,
I think they will too, but
they
I
may.
think he's got to go.
They may, but I don't think any kind of, because I keep hearing this. Oh, we just got to get him a GM. We just got to get him all these good players. I'm like, we start 4 McDonald's All-Americans on our team currently. Those guys have talent. We have 2 NBA players on our roster. Those guys have talent. Drake and Ian. They're both NBA level players. And so I'm going, if Hubert can't get it done with them,
they are NBA G League level players.
They're freshmen, bro.
yeah, calm down over there.
They're 18 years old.
I'm sorry, Duke.
Give them a little
has
time.
Duke has like 4 18-year-olds that look
They got
fantastic.
Cooper Flag.
In any case, I don't think any magical GM or getting Hubert, quote unquote, better players this year is going to make him a better coach.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. I'm just mad. I'm just mad.
Who do we got next? Who do we play next?
I don't even know. That's how,
Probably
that's how
the
The
bad
fact
it
that
is.
Colin doesn't know who we play next tells you where we're at.
Virginia,
That's
Florida State.
Yeah, let's see.
Hadn't played either of those 2 yet.
Yeah, we play most of those teams. We play Syracuse, so we play at Syracuse on Saturday.
What's their rank?
I mean, they suck. They're bottom half of the ACC.
Oh, so are we. So
Exactly.
They're about our level, I think.
like the next few games are Syracuse State, Virginia, Florida State, Miami, all and Virginia Tech. All of those teams are bottom half of the league. And
So,
Do
that's what
we
I'm
play?
saying.
Do we
So
play
we
at
better
Virginia
win.
Tech?
Yes.
That's a loss.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't
Guarantee
count.
that's a
We're
loss.
playing at Florida State too. I don't count any of these as surefire.
That's
wins
a
at all.
loss. That's 2 losses right there.
away games.
Like all of these teams,
At the places that we historically lose.
like all of these teams, like if we were good, like you'd be like, okay, yeah, these are all winnable games. Any of these, I'm like, we could very easily lose to these.
You have to convince. Honestly, I feel like they're going to lose the rest of the way out. That's how I feel about this team.
Yeah,
It's depressing.
Yeah, it is.
Not used to this. Now I know what sucky fan bases feel like.
Like, oh, that's how I feel. That's how I feel as a Cowboys fan. All my teams have just gone to garbage.
It's basically apathy. Like when I don't care, that's when you know it's gotten bad.
And then I saw today or yesterday they're thinking about building a new stadium somewhere else.
Yep, that came out north side of campus, I believe, is where they're gonna try to build a new stadium.
Well, good. Maybe it'll force out all those rammers hogging the seats.
Probably. It'll be about 16,000.
Yeah, I was about to say it needs to be small.
If you don't know, when the Dean Dome was put in, they had a bunch of donations from all these rich people.
It was built solely on private.
It built solely on private donations. So all these old rich people got these seats forever.
Yeah,
So that's why you don't ever see the lower half of the side of the Dean Dome too pumped up, because it's a bunch of old people now who've been sitting there forever, and nobody can get down there.
I mean, if I paid that much money, yeah, I'd be. I ain't giving these seats up.
Yeah, I understand it, but I'm just saying it's going to hinder the atmosphere. It's like you're limited to that student section on that behind a basket.
Hopefully,
That's it.
yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully
it's not very good.
Hopefully, they would like ring it this time with students and
Yes.
let them have the lower kind of half.
Yeah,
At least on some
and then
sides.
put the rammers just right above it. They can have that, but it needs to be something.
I mean, that's cool and all, but hopefully the next coach will enjoy that.
Maybe.
Well, I saw the article said like Hubert said, I love coming in and seeing the Dean E. Smith Center.
Yeah, well, Hubert's not going to be
And
there
it's
much
like-
longer to enjoy it anyway. So
Look, I love the fact that he's Carolina and he's in the family and he's all about keeping it, but he hasn't transitioned us into the new era.
he has
Roy took us when we were down and out, brought us back to the top. So I feel like that's where we're at again. Like
correct.
Roy brought us up, and then we're hit. He retired. We're hit again. So we need someone to come
And there's
Bring
the thing
us back up.
And the thing was, even back then, we had a glimmer of hope because we knew Roy was out there. Now we're like,
nobody.
We don't know who's out there.
Yeah, Wes Miller,
who's sucking at Cincinnati right now.
Jackie Manuel's on the assistant coach for American.
No more in the family. There's nobody out there. Go outside the family.
I say you got to.
It's different
since we went after Bill and got Bill Belichick, all cards are on the table now.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's why
I would agree.
We're about winning now.
Them.
I sure hope so. It's been far too long.
I would love to keep it in the family, but we're gonna have to adopt
because we're going on 8 years.
We're adopting.
We're
somebody.
going on 8 years without a title.
Yeah, and really our last great season. I mean, last year was fine. Last year was a good season. We won the ACC and was a 1 seed. That's a good season. Flamed out in the tournament, but before then, the last great season, like consistently, was like 2019. Cam and Kobe White's year was essentially last time was like we were elite from start to finish.
Yeah, we need another player like Kobe, man. That guy came in and just putting up buckets.
Well, Kobe had the benefit of also playing with really good players too.
He just putting up buckets.
Like I'm sure Ian Jackson would love to play with teammates. You know,
it's a struggle bus right now, and it's depressing. I'll probably still try to watch the game on Saturday, depending on what I'm doing, but I'll probably just be, here we go again.
I'm not.
Look.
I'll go ahead and tell you I'm probably not watching the game.
Jalen Washington sucking again.
Yeah.
I like how he had that one halfway decent game, and everyone was like, oh, Jalen Washington. Next game. Back to doo-doo.
It was the state game.
Yeah,
it was the state game. That I will say, gosh, if we would have lost that one. Oof.
Well, I mean, like
honestly, if Hubert loses the state in Chapel Hill, he might lose his job right then.
Oh, yikes! I feel bad for Hubert, but I feel worse for Carolina.
So you're on the team. You're on the train now.
I said I'm halfway.
Hubert's got to go.
I'm halfway on. I'm not fully.
Say
it.
He's got to go.
Well, let's see how the season finishes. If we keep just tanking really bad and losing by 20, then I'll say he's got to go.
Okay.
If we do terrible and lose first round of the ACC, got to go.
My fear is like we keep him. You know, we get the GM, we get him a little bit better players next year. We get in the tournament and we're like a 6 or 7 seed. It's like, oh well, you know, he did better than last year, so we got to keep him for another year. Like, that shouldn't be the bar. The expectation, the bar should be much higher.
Well, I mean, you do have to get good players, and so if he misses in the portal again, then his head's gonna be his head might be in the chopping block middle of the season. I don't think they'd do that though. Roy wouldn't let that happen.
Yeah.
Hey, Roy, just come back for a couple more years. I'd take Roy again. Roy, we believe that you can still coach.
I would absolutely take Roy back in a heartbeat, but he's not going to do that.
If Roy was like, all right, I'll give y'all 3 years, I'd be like, let's do it now.
He is happily retired.
Yeah, but I think with this team, I stand on the fact I don't think they'd be that much better.
I guarantee you, he'd have them with way more effort. They'd
have more effort.
He'd set the whole starting 5 down, put in scrubbies, make them really work for it.
So instead of losing by 20, they might lose by 10.
Yeah,
but
that's better than losing by 20 and 30. Get demolished. Have a little bit of pride.
There is something.
They have no pride. That's for darn sure. They have no pride.
Yeah, you watch Hubert Davis's post game pressers, and they're like completely different from Roy. Like after losses, Roy was like, "Yeah, he's mad. I didn't do better. I didn't do well enough. I didn't coach. But we need to get better." And Hubert's pretty much like all kind of.
Did you watch this last one though?
Oh, he was like
depressed. He didn't know what to say.
It's
the reporter asked him a question and he go, yeah,
you know what that means?
It was that long of a break. And he goes, we just gotta really.
That's what happens when you don't know what you're doing.
Like he couldn't even say words. That's how bad it was. Okay. Roy. You're right. Roy would have said, I got to do better. I'm not getting them to what they need to be doing. Roy always took onus on himself.
He did.
Always said it was his fault.
And that's why I always felt like no matter how mad I was after a game, I knew he was more irate.
This has truly become a therapy session for both of you. I was done with this conversation about 5-10 minutes ago, and y'all just keep rolling.
Well, I mean, this is DNA, bro. I mean, look at his outfit.
I know,
look at his outfit.
I know. I get it. I understand. But I mean, gosh, I've just come to a place where I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I've seen what I'm.
Me and Colin,
they've told me who they are. They have told me who they are.
We've been to what?
Me and Colin have been to too many games in the past 5 years for us to suck.
And have invited me to zero.
Well, you know what sucks?
Zero.
Back in 22, like the Miracle Run, we went to so many games that year, and then we sucked so bad that we stopped going. And the game that the first game was the Syracuse game where like we caught fire, and then we started playing well. And then we played well the rest of the season. I was like, dadgummit. Like, we spent all that money to watch them play bad.
Yeah, we went to every single game, like, leading up to, like, into
That's when we went to
play.
the Duke game that year.
Went to the Duke game.
They got blown out by 20.
And we're like, ah. And then all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah, it sucked.
I'll tell you what, there's nothing more demoralizing than paying money to go to a Duke game and then losing bad.
Well, at least you can go to the last two games.
It was awful. It was awful.
Let's change gears here. Last episode, we talked about the JFK assassination a little bit. I gave a little bit of background. Now, since then, they've like appointed a chairman or something. What is like?
Appointed a chairman to help declassify. Which I'm like, what does that mean? What does I mean, you're gonna try to hide something else, like as you're declassifying it.
And there's two headlines that stood out to me over the past week. One was the FBI discovers 2,500 new files. Really? 60 years. And they've just now discovering brand new files.
What do you think?
Where were those? Huh?
You found them in the filing cabinet.
Yeah. Someone found them in the basement.
Yeah. I mean, they were like, Doe's just coming after us. We gotta go through all the filing. We gotta go through all the filing cabinets again just to make sure we're not hiding anything.
2,500 new files. And then the second headline I saw was that woman who's over the committee said she believes there was 2 shooters. Really? No.
Yeah, don't say.
It's not like the whole world believed that. 60 years, we finally have realized, it may have been 2 shooters.
Who do you think it was like one person who like found all the files was just like, oh there's a new one. Oh gosh, we got a lot here.
Trump became president and there's, oh wow, there was 2 shooters? We should talk about this.
Probably an intern. Go check those files back there. We're gonna probably throw them away. You know, they've only been. I mean, gosh,
collecting dust.
Yeah, look at all the dust on them. But there's no way these are important.
It's unbelievable.
Gosh.
So we'll see. I don't know how long they got until they're supposed to put them out, but you know, if I know the government like I do, it may be another year before we see those files. Who knows?
I don't know what.
Or they'll release a couple of them, and then a couple of them.
Then you got that, and then I didn't know this. I didn't know the Epstein list is coming out with them too.
They're not coming.
Good luck with that one.
But they said that it's
No, they're never.
It's all coming out like that. The
too many powerful people on that list.
MLK stuff. Of course, I don't.
Do you know anything about that?
No,
he got assassinated, and there's conspiracies that the government was involved in that.
Oh, 100. Oh, well, that's 100%. 100%. 100%. What do you think about Bobby Kennedy? Do you think that was government too?
Do I think they killed Bobby Kennedy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And killed his brother, right? So
do we think
was it you I was telling about all the conspiracy deaths, Colin?
All the what?
Was it you I was telling about all the conspiracy deaths? If your name's Kennedy?
No. I don't know. I don't think
Was it you I was telling that?
I don't
No.
know.
Okay, here. So there's it's like a curse to be named Kennedy.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm going to list you all the Kennedys that
They're
have
not related.
Okay.
Yes, they are.
Oh, they're all related.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
One more thing while you're looking that up. Talk about left field, and I never thought that I would ever think this. But they also said like they're going to declassify. Like I think this woman was appointed to declassify the JFK docs, the MLK docs. And then something I found very, very interesting. Documents concerning 9/11. And
You didn't know about those theories?
Oh, no, I knew about the theories, but I'm thinking, so wait, why in the heck please tell me how a terrorist coming and crashing planes on U.S. soil, how all of a sudden there's files that were classified after it's been 24 years.
Well, because the government was involved in that too.
Golly, man.
What's the one on that one? Loose Change? Is that the one?
Yeah, you ever seen Loose Change?
No.
Oh, don't watch it, or you'll become the biggest conspiracy theorist ever.
On the 9/11.
On the 9/11, yeah. All right, back to this real quick.
Okay.
So there's like this Kennedy curse, or like if your name's Kennedy, you're cursed.
Apparently, in the Kennedy family tree, you're just marked for death.
So, Joseph Kennedy, okay, 1944.
Is that the father?
Let's see.
Well, that's one.
Yeah, I think he was the father.
Okay.
Was killed in a plane crash. Okay.
Okay.
4 years later, they lost a child. Kathleen Kennedy died in a plane crash.
Not to be confused with the...
No clue.
So that's
But if a Kennedy was on there, they probably, collateral damage. John F. Kennedy, 1963.
Most famous one.
Robert Kennedy,
That's his brother.
assassinated while on the presidential campaign trail. Assassinated.
It was actually before
And that was his
the
brother.
campaign trail.
That's his brother.
It was before
Yeah.
the campaign trail. They were thinking
While
of it.
on the presidential campaign trail.
Okay, sure, whatever.
He was shot after giving a victory speech at Los Angeles Ambassador Hotel after winning the California primary.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's 4.
He just, okay, sorry. I guess I was thinking that he wasn't yet the Democratic nominee for president. Like it wasn't like he was legit running for president. Like he wasn't.
Is this relevant to the curse?
Okay. Continue.
I was like, okay, you could win that argument. I don't care. The point was he got killed.
Continue.
4 was out 4 after. It's still the same result.
Ted Kennedy drove his car off of a bridge. He was 28 years old, trapped inside.
Is that their other brother?
Ted Kennedy, it doesn't say how he was related.
Okay. That's 5.
David Kennedy, the son of Robert, died of a drug overdose.
Okay.
All right.
Michael Kennedy, son of Robert and Ethel, was killed in a skiing accident.
Good gosh, man.
John F. Kennedy Jr.
Plane
and
crash.
Carolyn died in a plane crash. So that's 3 plane crashes now in the Kennedy family.
Yeah.
And that's what, 8?
Cara Kennedy, a niece of Robert and JFK, died of a heart attack while working out in a gym. Mary Kennedy, the estranged wife of Robert Kennedy Jr., body was found in a barn.
The Kennedy bloodline is cursed.
Christopher Kennedy, JFK's nephew, died from a heart attack. Saoirse Kennedy, I don't know, Robert and Ethel's granddaughter, was found dead at her family's Massachusetts estate. They say the cause of death was an accidental overdose. Mauve Kennedy, RFK's granddaughter, went missing after a canoeing accident.
What is this? 12? 12 or 13?
This is
I'm
like
surprised
this is
Robert
depressing.
Kennedy isn't like fearing for his life
I
right now.
I know.
So, if your name,
He just got
Is that all of them?
if you're related to the Kennedys,
That was like 12 or 13.
it's
people.
it's a dangerous life you're living.
So okay, so we
That bloodline is just
Plane crashes, overdoses, heart attacks.
or gunshots
Yeah, or
just
a
straight up
fatal
headshots.
gunshot to the front of your head.
okay. Wow.
So yeah, do you think that's all just coincidence?
I'm sure some of it's coincidence.
Okay,
I'm sure some of it is. Not all of it.
there's
That was like
a lot of
13 deaths.
I know. But some I mean
and none of them were
y'all
like
give people
but
way
none of
too
them were
much
like
credit.
of old age.
Yeah, like natural
Y'all give
causes.
people way too much credit of being smart and intelligent enough to hide like all these deaths.
we
Government?
killed a sitting president.
Yeah, like
We, as in the United States government,
I
and
know,
covered it up for 60
I know
years.
that, but I'm saying like I don't think the government is behind all of the Kennedy deaths.
Oh shoot! I think
God,
Kennedys are very. They're super
that's-
tied in. It's like a
that's
bloodline.
way too many people. They I
It's a
just
bloodline.
I know. I refuse to believe that the government wouldn't have gotten
You're
got
right,
at
the
this point.
government's good.
No, I'm
We
not
could-
saying
we
they're
could
good.
trust
I'm just
them.
saying. I'm
Trust
just
the
saying,
government.
I just don't think that they're that freaking smart.
You don't think they
To
are?
hide that many deaths is like that's you are not that
I think we're that naive.
a fake character's not even that.
I think
freaking
we're.
good.
I think we're that. I
smart.
think.
Who
I think
polices
there's
the
so
police
many
there?
different deaths and assassinations we can't even sniff at. They're hiding.
especially
get you a
just in
tinfoil
politics.
hat for the next time. Freaking
I think it's pretty factual.
gosh, not all that is factual. Not that they did.
They killed JFK. They killed MLK.
Yeah,
They killed Robert Kennedy.
yeah.
These are famous people they're killing. You don't think they're going to easily kill somebody who's not as famous?
Yeah, I don't feel like they're that
They're
good.
publicly killing the people. What are they doing in secret?
Well, probably a lot, but we wouldn't know about it.
They almost took out Trump.
You think that? I have no idea.
I think that was just a lone kid gunman
Who somehow got up
who
on
got
that
a free
roof,
shot at Trump.
and the Secret Service just like, oh,
Yeah, no. Gosh, my brain. I'm just like, how have we not like if the government is behind this much crap? How have they not gotten got yet?
well, who's gonna?
They're the
Who's gonna
government.
investigate
Let's sue the government. Whether they're going to go, okay, well,
Yeah,
they control everything.
It's like who polices the police? Like who?
They
like,
control
who are they accountable to?
Golly, I need to.
They control
Yeah.
everything. They control
I-
the House, the
should I-
Senate. They control our whole lives.
But okay, what if I move to another country? Is the government the same there, or is it just the U.S. government that's
I
just
don't know much about other
pieces of
governments.
garbage?
I don't know much about other governments.
Okay.
If you could go to England, you got a king.
I assume if you're in the government, if you have any kind of power, there's all kinds. I mean,
This makes my head
corruption
spin, my
everywhere.
blood boil.
yeah.
What does Clint say? There's nothing new on the
Yeah,
side.
I mean, you go downright.
Government's been killing people. and
You go
doing stuff our
downright.
whole life.
You go downright biblical all the way back to Solomon. Him saying all he saw was people oppressing people, oppressing people, oppressing people. So it's nothing new.
Wow, you got me more depressed than the Carolina conversation.
All right, we're almost at an hour. So.
And with that,
I've got to go. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to this morbid episode. And as always, swing easy.